Hi, this is Vera. This is Google Forms and Sheets for the amateur video series on using Google Forms and Sheets. And this is actually the last video in the series, video 8. And I'm going to focus this time on adding hyperlinks and especially images into your spreadsheet. Okay, first I'm going to show you how to insert a hyperlink. If you're familiar with the old Google Docs, there was a link under Insert, but as you can see in the new sheets, there's no longer that link there, but you can still insert hyperlinks, and this is how you do it. First of all, you find the cell that you want the hyperlink to go into, and you type equal hyperlink, parenthesis, quotation marks, and then you paste the link there. And I'm going to go in here and get a link here for my presentation. So I'm going to copy that link, and then you paste the link in. Okay. Then the second quotation mark, second, and then, oops, I forgot one thing. Before I do that, I need a quotation mark, then I need a comma, and I need my display text, what I want to show in the cell. And I'm going to put Google Sheets, Forms and Sheets beginner. This is for the previous presentation. Quotation mark, in parentheses, enter, and there it will transfer that text into a hyperlink with the words that I have instructed. So again, it is right here. To add a hyperlink, type equal hyperlink. Okay, now I'm going to talk about how to add images into a spreadsheet. And we don't normally think of spreadsheets as needing images, but there might be some time that you do want to include some images. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, first of all, there's the obvious way of going up here and clicking Insert, clicking Image, and then going out, either taking a snapshot, uploading, getting a URL. I'm going to go over here and get a URL. Anytime you probably know this as well, but if you see an image online, if you right click, copy image URL, that's the best way to get it. And then if I put that URL in, it will then pull that image into my spreadsheet. The problem with this mode of doing it is it just plops it right down on top of your spreadsheet, not exactly where you want it. And whenever you sort or move your rows or your columns, it just kind of does not move with it. And so I don't like that way of including images, and I'm going to delete this one. And I want to show you a better way of doing it. And it's very much like adding the hyperlink. First of all, in the cell that you want the image, you type this formula, equal image, okay, then a parenthesis, a quotation mark, you put the URL of the image, and then another quotation mark, and then closing image, and that will insert the image. But notice in this mode it's going to scale to fit, and that's teeny tiny, and if I make the cell bigger, it will grow with it, but it doesn't fill over here. And so scale to fit may not work for you most of the time, and there are ways to modify the image. First of all, if I had put a comma 1 next to that, it would have been the same size. It would scale to fit the cell that it's in. Another way of doing it is I will add equal image, quotation or parenthesis, quotation mark, and then I'm going to copy that URL again for the image, which should also always end in a JPEG or PNG, something like that. Quotation mark, and then I'm going to put comma 2. Now comma 2 will make it stretch to fit, so I'm going to put an ending parenthesis, and notice that I did something wrong. I put a dash instead of an equal. It has to be exact. Okay, so equal image will actually do it. Okay, and now notice that it's stretched to fit my cell, and it's all blurry because of the size of my cell. But now if I pull my cell down, or if I pull this column over, it's going to fill my whole cell no matter, so I get my cell the size that I want it, and that's how I kind of adjust the size of the image. And notice this one also stretches this way, but it's always going to have some empty space here. The extra space in the cell will be left empty, where this one will stretch to fill the whole cell. So you just kind of have to decide which way works best for your image. Another way to do it is the original size, which a lot of times can be huge. So we'll try that way. Equal image, parenthesis, quotation mark, copy that URL, quotation mark, comma 3, and in parenthesis, and there we have it, the image in its original size, which obviously is very large and doesn't show because the only parts of the image will show. Now again, I can see the whole image by adjusting the size of my rows and my columns, but that's going to take an enormous amount of space on my spreadsheet, and chances are I'm not going to want to do that. But I'm going to do it for now just to show you what it looks like. Okay, and so this is comma 1 or nothing. This is comma 2, stretch to fit, scale to fit, stretch to fit, and this is original size. Now the next one is going to allow me to actually insert the image with a custom size. And let me remove the validation from that cell real quickly. I want to remove validation. Okay, now so here I have another cell, and I'm going to do the same thing, equal, image, parentheses, quotation mark, the URL, quotation mark, and this I'm going to do comma 4, but I also then have to specify in pixels the height first, and let's go with 80, and then the width as well in pixels, and then I can end with a closing parenthesis, and it will insert the image in a custom size, which I can then change. If I don't like it, I can click the cell. Notice that my formula comes up here, okay, and so maybe I decide I want it 120 instead. I can go up here and I can change it to 120 and then hit enter again, and you can see that it will get larger. So several different ways to insert images into a cell of a spreadsheet, which will allow them to move along with you. And the formulas again are right here for inserting an image or inserting a hyperlink. So hope that was useful.